Okay, hello, hi.
Oh, hello.
Happy Thursday? Is today Thursday?
It's Thursday, but it's basically the weekend because it's the last day before Labor Day weekend. And is anybody actually going to do any work tomorrow?
I am. I have a presentation to give.
Oh, right, you do have your
I
presentation.
have a presentation to give to higher ups on what I learned in boating school is. Uh,
What I learned at boarding school.
More specifically, I'm talking about the very tantalizing and sexy conversation of government fund accounting. I
It's
know,
important.
riveting information.
I have something way more exciting to share.
Sure.
I got this package today from the UK.
Oh, is it? No. You already got your thing from G.
It is your birthday card.
Oh, I can't see it yet.
Oh, you can't,
Why
but
did
I
you
ordered
order?
it from the UK.
Why? Yeah. What? Oh, the British
So
did something right. If something I would want. Interesting. Sorry, did I say that
it's
out loud?
just the card, even too. It's not even your birthday present, it's specifically the card.
Is the birthday present French?
French? No.
Okay, then we're
What?
good. I don't know. The card is British. The gift is French. I don't know. I'm making shit up.
You know? Like, how old you turn this year?
I know. Trust me. I'm gonna go maj. I'm go majing at the end of the year.
I was like, wow, that's actually amazing that like Expedition 33 came out in the year that you turned 33.
It was the perfect time. Is that? Oh God, is that a foreshadowing of my death this year? Am I gonna die at the end of the year?
No, because if anything, it's foreshadowing that you're not real.
Oh hell yeah!
But guess what? The video game isn't either, so that's a stupid argument.
Emily's finished the game. FYI, spoiler alert. She didn't finish it before.
Emily has finished the game, and it was good. It was very good. I really liked it. It was fantastic. All around, I just cannot be baited into conversations about
the ending.
The ending because honestly, I no matter who does it, I will never find it interesting to be like, oh, it was a dream or oh, they weren't real, because at the end of the day, the piece of media you're giving me is not real, right? So if your argument is that the lives of not real beings don't matter, then ultimately nothing in your game matters, because that's also not real. So you're like defeating your whole message with your mess. I'm letting it go.
As someone who hasn't experienced it as much as Emily has, I love it. But
It feels so undermining. It feels like you undermine your whole story and all your characters. Like, don't you feel that way? Like at the end of Danganronpa 3, when they reveal that it was a TV show the whole time and you didn't actually know the characters.
Danganronpa 3, I feel like was a different situation because everything was a lie. It didn't the ending was obviously a middle finger to Spike Chunsoft, and the developers were like, we're done after this, and like it just was incohesive.
But it also told some of the same stuff of like, actually, none of this is real.
Yeah, but like the Expedition 33, there was a story outside of that made it still like tie, right? It was still, I don't know. It felt different and more interesting in this case.
It felt more done.
Yes.
But sometimes that just like same kind of vibe frustrates me. Where like it feels like you're undermining. Like you want me to care about the characters in the story, and then you look at me and you're like, actually, why do you care about the characters? Why do you just kill them? They don't matter. They're not real. Just kill them. I'm like, you made me spend this entire game caring about these characters, drilling into my head that saving these characters was the most important thing that I could do. And now you're trying to like, I don't know. It's like when Danganronpa was like, oh, you enjoy the violence? You're just like them. Buying this game to enjoy the violence. I'm letting it go. I did like it. I did like it a lot. I just will never feel bad for choosing the ending I chose.
It's game of the year. Right now, as of right now, it's game of the year. I mean, it's just hands down.
I don't know. I'll have to see. It's like probably game of the year for me right now too, followed by probably Split Fiction and Shadows. I really did like Shadows. I know that won't be a game of the year contender though. I'm not that delusional. And we'll have to see how Silent Hill 2 does. Or not Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill F.
I think Silk Song is going to take the world by storm.
For sure.
It's going to get nominated, and it might just be by sheer like, this is what we've been waiting for so long. just existing as Silk Song.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. And I mean, aside from Silksong coming out, there's a lot that's going on. There's a lot left to come out this year. We're in August. We're, 2/3 of the way through the year. We still got a lot left. Metroid is still supposed to come out this year. Silksong's coming out this year. We're still supposed to get. Are we getting Tears of the Kingdom? What's it called?
I think Hyrule's next year. I think Hyrule Warriors is next year.
It's not Age of Calamity. That was the last one. What's it called? Like,
I don't know. Give me a second. Open Chrome. Thank you. Hyrule Warriors Switch 2. It is called. There isn't a. Wait, no. What? Where is it?
I don't know. What's it called, Blake?
Oh, Age of Imprisonment.
Oh, the Age of Imprisonment. I should have guessed that.
Which
we also have Metal Gear Solid Delta coming today, actually.
Yeah, that came out today. But back on Hyrule Warriors real quick. I forgot. I predicted this when we were talking about Tears of the Kingdom 2 years ago. And one of our original viewers from that first or second episode went into my Discord and said, hey, Blake called it. The prequel is going to be a Warriors game. I was like, yes! I knew it!
I hope whenever the next Zelda comes out, it is not anything to do with Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom.
It needs to be done. I want to go back to traditional at this point.
I do too. So we have that couple. We have Silent Hill F. We have Ghost of Yotei.
Oh, I forgot Ghost is coming out. Yeah, I have 2 more games coming out this year. Lost Soul Aside comes out tomorrow, which I start that tomorrow. I've heard very mixed things because this is a new PlayStation initiative where they're hiring Chinese developers. Like they get a Chinese developer, give them a lot of money, and say, hey, let's see what you can do. And this is for that, so we're about to find out.
Is Kirby Air Ride out already?
No. Air Riders, that's not for a while. I still haven't watched that direct, and I need to.
It's not July 11th, 2003. Thank you. November 20th. Oh, it comes out on Tia's birthday.
Oh, that is so close. There's so
we
much.
Still have a lot. We still have a lot of games to go through.
Pokemon Legends ZA comes out next month.
Oh, who cares?
Oh, wow, rude. Some of us in this room.
They put like 2 of those games out a year, and they're like the last 3 of them. Everyone's been like, it's so bad. It doesn't even run.
Crazy enough, we haven't had a Pokemon game since 2022. That is like mainline catch-up mechanics, not gotcha games. We haven't had one in a while.
Yeah, since 2022.
I know, I haven't had Kingdom Hearts since 2019. I mean 2020 if you count Melody of Memories. Huh?
I haven't had an Animal Crossing since 2020. Haven't had a Kingdom Hearts since 2019.
2020 if you count Melody. I haven't.
You don't count Melody, Blake.
Haven't had a Persona. I mean, technically since 2020, but if you want to be real, it hasn't been since 2017.
2021 for me. So.
Oh yeah, whatever.
I'm still fresh.
Yeah. You're welcome to the hell. To be fair, I'm a 2020 fan as well, so I'm not that far behind you.
I just feel like it's been a long time for a lot of games, and we've talked about this. I did a whole episode on where these games all went and why they're gone, and we have had some answers. I think in that episode I talked about where Resident Evil was and when it was coming back, and we've since had the announcement for Resident Evil Requiem. We've also had rumors for the Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil Code Veronica remakes.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm very excited about.
Wasn't there like a Resident Evil 0?
Yes, there's a Resident Evil 0, there's Resident Evil Revelations, there's Resident Evil Code Veronica, there's Resident Evil Outbreak.
I don't know enough.
Can I make a statement real quick?
No, this is a podcast. What are you talking about? Yes, make a statement. Jesus Christ.
This is so off topic. It's not because we were talking about Resident Evil, but it's a little off topic, and I doubt any of our viewers are going to fall into this category. But I have seen people... Blake, have you seen... I maybe sent you a video. Have you seen the stalker from Resident Evil 9?
Is that what you sent it to me? The lady that's not Yes. Yeah.
Yes. I've seen a lot of people, like a lot of dude bros. They're not calling it woke, but they're saying things like, I miss when Resident Evil was about zombies. This isn't even our zombie game anymore. And to those people, I would just like to say, you're stupid and you're not a real fan. Because Resident Evil 1, literally, first of all, they're not zombies. They're infected. Second of all,
Yeah, I'm about to say,
it
are
literally
they
had
ever zombies?
they had tyrants still. They had giant spiders. They had sharks. They had birds. They had dogs. They had Lisa, who was basically like her own stalker, like creepy character. Like literally since the beginning, they've had stalkers and tyrants and bioweapons. That's why the real Japanese name is Biohazard, not Zombie Game, because it's about biological weapons. 2 has Mr. X, 3 has Nemesis, 4 has a giant fish. Like, I don't know what these people
I've
are talking about when they're like, I want my zombie game back. Shut up, it's not a zombie game.
I've never ever considered it a zombie game. I considered it a game with monsters with a lot of eyes. Back in the
Yeah.
day, a lot
Yeah,
of
I mean, like,
eyes.
literally, the first 3 games are the G virus and the T virus. And then after that, the next 3 are parasites, the Las Plagas, and now we're on to mold.
Yeah,
It's mold. So like, why are you looking in the eye and being like, where are the zombies?
can see.
Anyway, I'm just mad. It's been an argument I've been seeing on almost every Resident Evil 9 post where they're like, where are the zombies? I hate where's Leon?
I love how it's always within the first like 5 minutes to 10 minutes of an episode. You give me the perfect intro clip for like right before I do the podcast, like the thing I put at the beginning of every single one. So thank you for that. Huh?
Don't clip this. I hope Leon dies.
No.
I hope he dies in Resident Evil 9. It's confirmed. People are saying it's his last mainline game. Like, Capcom confirmed that, and I hope he dies. And, like, Capcom themselves have even been like, we don't like using Leon anymore because he's a terrible character for a horror game. What is Leon going to be afraid of?
This is
like,
going on TikTok.
Stressed and scared? No. He's going to walk in with, like, 20 guns and just be like, oh, just another day at the office. Because he has to say something sarcastic and witty constantly. God forbid he show an honest emotion ever since Resident Evil 2.
He's a bootlicker.
I'm sick of this dude. You know that meme that's like from It's Always Sunny is like the photo and they're throwing the popcorn at and they're like, we're sick of this dude?
Yes.
That's how I feel about Leon. I'm like, I'm so sick of this dude. And always know that with Leon, always comes Ada. And I'm sorry, G.
I'm about to say, G's here.
And I know you can fix her. I'm not saying you can't fix her. I'm saying I don't want her. You can have her and you can fix her and do whatever you want with her, but I don't want her.
Good old Ada Wong.
Yeah, she sucks. All right, anyway, I'm done talking about Resident Evil. Okay. But I guess that's kind of news because this has been revealed since we last did our podcast. They revealed the stalker. They revealed that the stalker can actually smell you as well this time around, which is horrifying to hear. Mm-hmm. They revealed that Leon is going to be in it. They've also hinted that Jill and or Claire are going to be in it. And they've also said this is Leon's last game. I don't believe it, but that's what they claim.
It could be.
So that's your Resident Evil news, and that's what you missed on Glee.
Now, before we get into the real news, this is the part of the episode.
Real news, like my news, didn't fucking matter, all right? Resident Evil doesn't matter, everybody. It's not an anime game, and if it's not an anime game, it's not real.
It wasn't news you gave. It was a rant about Dude Bros.
News. I just said at the end they announced the stalker and that they can smell you. They announced that Claire and Jill are potentially going to be in it. That Leon's going to be in it.
That is news. You're right. I got lost in the rant. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me get my ukulele real quick. Hold on. No. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Cool. So I have a massive backlog update. So fun fact: we haven't done podcasts in 20 days. Which means
it's been a while.
Last week we were supposed to do it. It's my fault we didn't. I'm sad, and so I went away for a little bit. But I'm good. I'm back and better and good to talk. But in that time, I got a lot done. Last time we talked, I got done Mass Effect Andromeda, right? So we already talked about that in lengths.
You talked about Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yes. In this month, I finished SMT5. One pathway. I'm not doing all 6 endings. I did one ending, and it was great. I finished Sonic Frontiers. Now, to be fair for this one, I started this back in 22 and put it down for other things, and just came back and just finished the last 10 hours I didn't play. So half of it was already done, but I was able to knock out and finish the rest.
Win.
Huh?
That's still a win. A win is a win.
It's done. It's on the shelf and it's done. I have two DNFs. I officially decided to DNF two games. I didn't think I was ever going to do it, but here I am.
Sometimes nothing is good for your soul. I recently DNF'd a book last week. It was like the first book I've DNF'd in a long time. And I was like, that felt good. I don't want to read this crap anymore.
I need to make this disclaimer. Just because I DNF something doesn't mean it's a bad game or I disliked it. It means it wasn't for me. Okay? And that is for these two games specifically. One of them, I'll go over with G first. G, I'm sorry, even though I put this on my wish list and you picked it from there. Medieval, I tried to go back to it. Something about it just it's not clicking. I don't know. Every time I picked it up, just wasn't vibing with it. I understand the love for it. Don't think it's a bad game, just not for me. And this is the one that I'm going to get chastised for. The game of the year of 2018. God of War 2018.
People love their God of War.
I'm so happy for them.
If Tia ever sees this, you're going to be in so much trouble.
Oh God, Tia, I'm so sorry. There's nothing wrong with it. I think overall it's a good game that's well put together. But I got into the combat. People praise the combat. It wasn't that interesting to me personally, and I got into the headspace of, oh my God, there's too many menus. Why are there too many things I have to pay attention to where I don't know where any of them do? What does the stat even mean? If you put too much like that in a game and don't understand how they work or vibe, and I test things out and it still doesn't fix it, and it just takes hours to just try to figure it out, I'm just not going to have fun.
Like kind of how I felt at one point about Expedition 33, where there were so many things going on where I was like, I actually don't know what Lumina is, and I actually can't figure out how often I'm supposed to be switching these Pictos. And
yeah, that's my one complaint about Expedition 33. They did not explain Lumina well. Because I didn't find out till later that after you win 4 battles with it, that's when you can permanently attach it, depending on how much Lumina you have, Chroma you have. It's yeah. Anywho, besides the point. Yeah, God of War 2018, Medieval, both DNFs. Nothing wrong with either of them, but I think I got about halfway through Medieval and about 30% through God of War, and I thought that was a good place to be like, all right, I'm not having fun, I'm done. 2 more things, though, left on this update, and this is while I was gone last week in Florida by myself and had, only my thoughts to be with. The first game I beat was Blue Reflection, which was one of the worst things I've ever played in my life.
tell me about this.
There was so much fan service, like to the point where I felt dirty playing this. Like it was very unsettling. The combat was uninspired. It was the same 4 dungeons over and over again. The coolest thing about this game was the 4 boss fights, because it was just cool. That's where all the budget went, was the boss fight, the boss fights and the cutscenes behind them. But other than that, it wasn't that great. And you might be saying, Blake, if you didn't enjoy it, why did you finish it? I pushed through and finished it because everything online said the sequel is 1,000 times better. I'm like, okay, I'm going to finish this and I'm going to get to the sequel. And I got to the sequel and I finished it on Tuesday of this week. And my God, is it like 1,000,000 times better. They took a 1.5 game and made it into a 4 out of 5 game for me. It is incredible what you can do. They got rid of 99% of the fan service. There's still a little bit there, but it's optional fan service. It's like DLC content of clothing. Yes.
Be this person. I just had to double fact check this. Isn't that supposed to be the plucky squire? The bottom right? Not choir.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, it's the editor and me. You were talking and I was staring, and then I was like, that looks like it's supposed to be squire, and then I had to Google it. And then I was like, yeah, that isn't correct.
Thank you. The fucking quagmire. Anywho, 99% of the fan service is gone from the second game. The RPG elements are just so much better. The battle system is better. It's not traditional. It's that ATP, I think, I don't remember. It's real-time turn-based, where you have a timer and you're like going down the timer, and when you get to a certain point, that's when you can make your turn-based move, and you can speed that up, whatever. It's more interesting. The story is way more interesting, and I was very happy with it. So definitely hats off to that team, and I want to look more. They're the ones who made the Atelier games. which are very popular, so I might look into those, but I don't know. Yeah, from tomorrow comes out Lost Soul Aside. That will be my back to 2025 releases that I need to finish for a review, which will be coming soon. And then after that, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey because Emily started it again.
I'm going to Greece in like 3 weeks, and I was like, every time I go somewhere, this is maybe this is too dorky of me, but like every time I go somewhere from Assassin's Creed, I'm like, I want to play Assassin's Creed now. Like when I went to Rome, I was like, I climbed that in Assassin's Creed. Did you know I climbed that in Assassin's Creed? Now I'm like, I know I'm gonna have that experience with Greece, so I'm like, I should play it before I go to Greece.
I've already been
so
to
I don't know
Greece.
if this is gonna be like a full-fledged playthrough. If I'll do the full game, because it's a very long game. But I'm more like back into it. But you started talking about Andromeda, and I was like, oh, I should replay Andromeda.
No, you're already doing something.
My backlog update
Yes.
is I have now finished 38 of my 24 backlog books.
Okay, wait. 38 out of 24?
No, sorry. 38 I finished, and I have 24 left.
Okay, I'm about to say 38 out of 24 is more than 100%, so that doesn't make sense.
So those aren't all the books I've read this year. Those are just my backlog. I actually am on my 62nd book of the year. So we're doing really well there. Mm-hmm. And on my video game backlog, I have finished Expedition 33 since last time we talked. So
and now she has a whole bunch of my games.
Yeah, but those are not on my backlog for this year. My next one is 13 Sentinels. Blake has graciously said that I can watch the cutscenes for that instead of playing because I really hated the combat in that game, which seems to be the only, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but that seems to be the only, like, game mechanic. The rest of it is, like, visual novel.
Yes. There's some running around in the visual novel side where you have to solve, like, light puzzles, but it's not major.
So he gave me permission to watch those cutscenes instead. So I have to watch 13 Sentinels. Got Ghost of Yotei coming up. Blake would say that doesn't count as backlog. I have Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I think that will probably be my next one I tackle. And then before the end of the year, I'm hoping to get to Persona 3 Reload.
Persona 3 is going to be a trek, but I know you're going to be interested in the story in Persona 3 Reload is just very gripping, and I implore you to have a box of tissues because it's depressing.
Well, I will have a box of tissues ready. I cry very easily. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot to talk about something. This isn't even on my backlog, but I want to talk about it now. Something that makes me cry. You know what makes me cry? K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh my goodness. Apparently I need to watch this movie, which I thought was a TV show, but it's a movie.
So good. It's so good. I took my niece to see it in theaters. It was incredible. I haven't stopped listening to the music. Literally there's one song every time I listen to it, I start to cry a little. I start to get some goosebumps. I start to tear up a bit. I love Arden Cho. Gee, I didn't know you liked Arden Cho. What do you know Arden Cho from? Because I know it's not Teen Wolf, which is where I know Arden Cho from. It actually has a lot of really cool voice actors. Pro ZD.
Oh yeah, the guy who went to Michigan State.
Yeah, he's one of the boy bands. It's just such a good movie. It's very wholesome. The music is phenomenal. And so everybody should watch K-pop Demon Hunters and support it. Because it's got some really cool people in it.
I tried to send this to Emily the other night and I couldn't find it. I still need to go try to find it again, but a lot of people sent it to me. And it's the Soda Pop song from K-pop Demon Hunters. But it's with the Kingdom Hearts background, and when he goes, "You're my little soda pop," and it does the pop noise, it's right at the pop is when Xehanort makes Kairi disappear in 3. Like, pop away. And it's so funny. For some reason, those edits are bananas.
When I told you that I watched K-pop Demon Hunters, you were like, "Oh, now you can be as obsessed with Soda Pop." I have to tell you, like, that's not even in my top 3.
I mean, that's the only one I know. So.
My number one, for those of you who may be listening who have seen it, which is probably just G, This Is What It Sounds Like is number 1. That one gives me chills every single time.
Makes her cry.
Golden. Show You How It's Done, Done, Done. And Idol. I think I like Your Idol. If we're talking about Sacha Boy songs, I do think I like Gonna Be Your Idol better than Soda Pop.
I have to watch the movie, is all I know. Which is a movie I thought was a TV show.
We have to support animated films.
I haven't been to a movie in so long.
Well, it's not in theaters anymore.
I know. I mean, that's fine. But what was the last new movie I watched? I was going to watch an old movie that I have downloaded, but I haven't watched it yet. I was going to watch movie 13 because I heard it's wild. The last new movie I watched was Sacramento earlier this year.
Did you go to I love going to movie theaters.
I do too,
I
but my
love
wife does not.
Yeah, that's true. I just love getting the candy and the food and the drinks and sitting in the big heated recliners that they have now that are super cushy.
But they're heated now?
Oh, Blake.
Ours are
I haven't been to a
recliners.
movie theater in a long time.
I know mine's not gonna. I live in the South. They're not gonna have the seat heaters. They may
I think
better.
I use mine in the summer even.
I want seat
But
coolers.
they're all like very big cushy seats that recline, and they have seat heaters and they have trays that you can pull up, and like there is a bougie experience now. I love going to the movies.
I as well. I just haven't been in a long time, and that's yeah.
Actually, Tia and I went to see the How to Train Your Dragon live action, and we saw it in IMAX, and we learned upon buying IMAX tickets and entering the theater that they don't have the new seats. Like, they have the really old classic, like, traditional movie theater seats, and I've never felt more like a pauper in my life.
I need to go to a movie. I need to find a movie. I should have went and saw Sacramento when it was in theaters, but I downloaded it illegally. I mean, what? I got it totally
There's
illegally.
a new movie that's in theaters, guys. What's in theaters right now?
Sacramento was new. That came out earlier this year.
I have no idea what that movie is like.
It's got Michael Cera in it.
Oh, that tracks for you.
It was fine. It was just fine. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Let's see. You could go see Freak Your Friday. You could go see Honey Don't.
I do want to see Honey Don't. Honey Don't looks funny.
You could go see the new Jurassic World Rebirth.
50 Shades.
Shin Godzilla. Oh, you could see Superman or Fantastic Four. Naked Gun. I've heard good things about Naked Gun.
I do want to see Naked Gun, but I want to watch the originals first because I've never seen the originals.
Weapons. I think that one would be too scary for you.
Weapons is scary, though. There is a nod to Trevor. To what is his name? What is his name from The Whitest Kids You Know? Trevor Moore. Yeah, the director of that was in Whitest Kids You Know with Trevor. Trevor tragically passed away, I think, in 2020 or 2021. And so the director made a reference to him in this movie. With 7 hot dogs.
You could go see Freak Your Friday. I feel like that's up your alley.
I would enjoy it. That's one I know Allison's going to want to watch. So I can't watch that without her.
I actually have no desire to watch that one.
It's shocking.
Why'd you say that? Did you think that would be something I wouldn't be into?
What
about me says I'm not into Freak Your Friday?
That you're not into it?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that I would expect you to be into it.
Oh, you said that in a very sarcastic way.
Oh.
Shocking.
No, I thought you would be into it. Sorry, my sarcasm sometimes comes off when it's not supposed to.
I don't do well with movies that are kind of about people in embarrassing situations or embarrassing themselves via like the shenanigans they're in, and just like swapping bodies and the awkwardness of like their love interest not knowing they've swapped bodies with their child was always weird and awkward to me, of being like, this is actually the 16-year-old in her mother's body, but I'm trying to be romantic with her. I felt that way about 17 again when his daughter tries to like hook up with him, and I was like, ooh. It's just like they just like, I feel like it's all about like them being silly or like embarrassing themselves somehow, and that like gives me such secondhand anxiety.
Yeah, I get secondhand anxiety really bad from TV shows, especially. This is why I can't watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, because it is just embarrassing moment, awkward moment after awkward moment, and it's just nope, can't do it. Allison loves it. I can't do it. It's why I can't watch the dinner party episode of The Office. But you know this.
Oh my gosh, that one actually like goes beyond though. To me, that one's just like, it's so cringe. It's not.
Nope, I can't. It hurts.
Good luck. Pay me back on your $0 a year salary plus benefits, babe.
Let's jump into the news so we can do a real topic.
We should stop just talking to each other, and we should talk about video games.
Hey, Emily, I don't know if you know this. This is a podcast, and that's what we do. We talk about to each other as well.
No, apparently we're actually just here to talk about video games.
Yeah, we don't like each other. She's the worst. So, first thing, and only because Polygon reported on it, and my wife's obsessed with it right now, Tiny Bookshop is a new indie game that just released. And it is a cozy fantasy
like. Did it just release? I thought it was out for a bit.
It may have been out for a bit, but it's just now gaining traction. People are loving it. You own a tiny what?
It did just come out on the 7th of August. I must have been seeing like promos for it for a while.
No, it came. I thought it came out recently. It's a nice little indie game about owning your own mobile bookshop, and you go to different places to sell your books. And it looks very nice. Allison is actually really enjoying it. She's playing it on her Switch too.
She should come give a review.
She should. She actually, it'd be the second episode with my wife on it. She's actually been playing it every night while watching tennis. It's been very interesting to watch.
So she has strong opinions, so she should come talk about them.
I agree.
Allison, where are you? Come here.
I'm going to save that for later. Next, I don't have much news. This one, Persona is Persona's crossing over with Overwatch 2.
Stupid. Okay.
I don't play Overwatch 2, but it's like, why? What are you doing, Atlas? Give me a new game. Stop.
They're doing everything but giving you Persona 6.
Like, I'm cool with Persona 4 remake. I already forgot the name of it. It should have been Rewind, but it wasn't, and that's dumb.
I remember it wasn't.
I'm cool with that being remade. I'm excited for it, sure, but I need Persona 6 at this point. It's almost been 10 years since Persona 5 came out. Persona 5 Vanilla.
Wait a little longer, bud.
I'm dying.
All right, go back to Silksong. That's what everyone wants to talk about.
This is the big one. Silksong was announced at Gamescom and has a release date. I mean, it was announced a while ago, but like it officially had a demo booth, and they have a release date of September 4th, which is next week.
Crazy.
It's insane. I think it's a week from tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, like, my God. Silksong fans, I'm happy for you. Congratulations, you did it. You're past the meme. So, the creators came out and were saying, like, the reason it took so long was because Hollow Knight was so successful and they had so much money that they were able to take their time with it, because Silksong was supposed to just be a DLC for the original game. But then they're like, okay, well, we have all this success and money. Let's make it a full-fledged game and take our time with it and have fun with it. And that's what they did. And as the title here says, Silksong is coming out before GTA 6, which is crazy.
My Gamescom news is that I heard, I can't confirm this, it's just something I heard, that Elden Ring was performing so terribly on the Switch 2 that they wouldn't let people take videos of it.
That tracks.
They wouldn't let people take photos or videos of people playing it because it was performing so badly on the Switch 2.
I'm not holding my breath on the release date until I see it in my library, and she's ready for Silksong.
That is spoken like someone who has been burned by delays before and has waited 10 years. We know the pain well. Last
thing that I almost forgot about. The head of Sandfall, creators of Expedition 33, went on, actually a YouTuber I watch's YouTube channel, Mr. Matty Plays, and pretty much confirmed that we are going to get additional content, probably in the form of a sequel for Expedition 33. Claire Obscure is going to be a series like Final Fantasy, so we might be an Expedition 33 like sequel to that itself, or it's going to be like, okay, maybe it's a new story. We don't know yet. But I
understand how they could create anything in that world again.
The writers, we know nothing about the writers. They have so many breadcrumbs of information that we don't know.
Like, what kind of game is that going to be?
We don't know yet. Let them cook him. Let those boys cook.
Yes.
Boys and girls.
I just feel like they've pulled the rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, but okay,
it's here. I've seen the truth of it.
Okay, but every Final Fantasy has had a different story connected to. So maybe it won't be a sequel. Maybe it'll just be a whole new game.
And maybe like it'll be universe. Like a completely different canvas, but then you still know it's a I don't know.
No.
I'm not saying it's not a good idea. I'm just saying I think they're going to have to be very specific with the plot that they choose to take on in the sequel, because of what they reveal in the first Expedition 33, they can't kind of like they can't put the blindfold back over the player's eyes, right?
Right.
So it's not like they could. It's like, for example, if they were to come out and be like, "Oh, we're gonna do a prequel where you're playing as Expedition 66," right?
Oh, you could have gone
That
60. Rated AO for full nudity. But anywho, continue.
like if they do like something along those lines, like Expedition, whatever, that would be a harder sell for me, just because my mind would be like, why would I want to play a game with a bunch of characters are just gonna die and who are not real, right? Like, so I think they'd have to be very intentional in the story that they choose to tell. I guess that's what I'm saying.
That's if they continue. That's if they go the sequel or prequel route.
Yes.
My thought is it's Clair Obscur is just going to be like a Final Fantasy name. So the next thing is going to be Clair Obscur game title, whatever it is, and then it'd be a new story. That's how I expect something to come out.
Like,
If they
what
do,
do you envision the new story being? Do you envision it being like a completely different canvas, or like a story one of the writers has written? Because then you still tackle the issue of the player who has played Expedition 33 going into the game knowing it's not real.
So so here's the problem with that, is that you have to think of it in this is you who hasn't played a Final Fantasy game. Everything is completely different. It would be, once again, Clair Obscur, it's not going to just be about the painters. Like, that probably won't even be a story beat anymore. It might not even touch the writers or whatever. It's just going to be a completely different thing, right? Clair Obscur is just a series name. So with Final Fantasy, they're all completely different. The stories have no connection to one another. Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 2 were it depends. Not necessarily, no. So Final Fantasy 16 is not in the same world as Final Fantasy 10. But Final Fantasy...
basically what you're saying is that, like, it could be Clair Obscur, but it's a completely new game and a completely new world and a completely different... Okay.
Yes.
I can see that more than if they were like, we're going to continue either in the canvas or start a new canvas or talk about the writers or something. I could see that more.
The way I was talking to Sid about it, the girl who was also on this podcast last year when we were discussing sexualization, and we thought a good idea, if they go the sequel route, is if they do a sequel and they talk about it, it's not like we're going to a new campus or anything. It's more like going to be a real world lore type game for the world that we've already seen. So, like, because they alluded to a war between writers and painters and all that, right? So it'd be, instead of being in this fake world and going through that, there'd be a real world thing going on and focusing on that war that we know really nothing about. So
they'd have to adapt almost an entire new play style for that, because how do you do turn-based combat in a world without any like monsters to fight? That's just like you're fighting other people, but also you're not really killing them.
Tell that to Like a Dragon. Tell that to the Yakuza series.
So was like a big no-no.
The Yakuza series has turn-based with real people.
Yeah. The writers and the painters are like, I think the writers killing Verso like was a backhanded plan that was seen as like very extreme and very wrong. Like, I don't think the writers and painters are, not in the way that like Expedition 33 has giant like swords and knives and you kill everything you come to contact with.
I'm just
curious.
How
do you do that in the real world?
I just want to let them cook. I mean, they did a good job the first time. I have full faith. I don't want to speculate.
I mean, I think they could make a good game. I have hesitations and reservations about the plot they choose, if they are going to continue in the Expedition 33 world.
I guess we will see. Let's get into today's topic, because we are running low on time.
We're 36 minutes in.
There's a lot of rants today.
Podcast in like 3 weeks. We just like build up too much news and information and things we want to share.
We also just like vibing and talking to each other, which is totally fine.
Also, I mean, like, today's topic, I want to talk with you about it, Blake, and I want to talk with our listeners about it, but also I don't think it's something we need to spend an hour talking about.
Yeah.
And that is, are we moving past the age of exclusive?
Yes and no.
I agree. So obviously, to start, right, traditionally it used to be that PlayStation had PlayStation games, Nintendo had Nintendo games, and Microsoft had Microsoft games. And
which were
obviously
PC games just with a box that came with them. Sorry.
Those lines have become very blurred. for some people over the years, right? Like
Yes.
Xbox is to the point where it almost has no exclusives.
It has none
And
anymore.
the exclusives that it does have are usually timed exclusives, even things like uh, Starfield. I had to like think about that name for a second. I was like Starpath, whatever it was
And
called.
even Starfield technically isn't an exclusive because it's on Steam.
It's
Like,
on Steam, but even then, like their big game of the generation or whatever is coming to other consoles. Indiana Jones is coming to other consoles. They don't really have exclusives, and they only really had a couple to begin with. And then you get to PlayStation, who's still pretty stingy with their exclusives, but I would say still has fewer, right?
yeah, because they're moving a lot of things. They're doing dual releases, and a lot of the things that
Yeah.
were exclusive on PS5, they decided, hey, we're gonna like Spider-Man 2 is now on PC, Stellar Blade's now on PC, etc.
Yeah. They're doing more like timed. I think Ghost of Tsushima eventually came. I don't think I know it eventually came to PC.
Yeah.
And that was a big exclusive. I think there's only a few. Like The Last of Us. Did Until Dawn came to PC eventually? I think.
Until Dawn did come to PC. Yes. Even back on Xbox, one of their flagships from the 360 days, Gears of War, 2 days ago released everywhere. It is on PlayStation and Xbox and Steam. It is insane that was a flagship Xbox game. It is just everywhere now.
Now everywhere. Yeah. Until Dawn just released for PC back in 2024.
Yep.
So that was like it took 9 years, but eventually PlayStation did give up that exclusive as well. So if PlayStation becoming more modeled, Nintendo I think is where the hard line still exists, but
It's
Nintendo
never going to
is letting-
change.
yeah, I think Nintendo will be the reason exclusives stay around, because I think Nintendo would go out of business before they ever put Mario or Pokemon or Zelda or Animal Crossing on any other console.
It's like, here's the thing, and I will say this as currently one of Nintendo's biggest haters because they've been pissing me off lately.
Says the dude with a Switch 2.
What?
I said, says the dude with a Switch 2.
Oh, I know. And you know how many times I've touched it since I got it?
Well, then why'd you get it?
In my Borat voice, my wife.
wife.
My wife. Okay, so here's the thing with Nintendo though. Like Sony exclusives, Xbox exclusives, you know, they've all, none of them had like major like mascot iconic staying power as to what they are. Great games, but like when I'm thinking like a mascot or a face of a gaming company, I'm not thinking Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima, right?
No.
No. But you know who I am thinking about? I'm thinking about Mario. I'm thinking about Link. I'm thinking about Kirby. And like those things don't just scream this is a video game that can be everywhere. These things are Nintendo. Kirby is Nintendo. Samus is Nintendo. They're very good about making things that are theirs. Where I feel like historically, with very few exceptions, historically, Sony and Microsoft have not been. So Microsoft has Master Chief, and even that I think is still heavily rumored to come to PlayStation soon. Sony had Crash Bandicoot, which is now owned by Xbox, ironically, and Spyro, also owned by Xbox, ironically. They had Sly Cooper as well. They had a little bit more success, but not nearly the same level as what Nintendo has, and it's just not.
Right.
Huh?
The plethora of content, like Nintendo's IP is all it does. Like, and like there's 3D Mario games, but there are so many different iterations of Mario. There's Mario Kart, there's Mario Party, there's 3D Mario games, and there's also
2D.
platforming, Mario Maker, there's Super Mario Bros, there's Paper Mario, there's Mario Galaxy. There's all of those.
Luigi
like, so
has a
many different
mansion. Sorry.
Luigi's Mansion, Peach's Showtime, Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's, what is it, Woven World or whatever.
Woolly World and Crafted whatever, and yeah, there's a lot.
What is it, WarioWare?
WarioWare, Dr. Mario, Super Mario Land.
Dr. Mario. Like, there are literally so many, an ungodly number of games made with the Mario IP. Mario Tennis, Mario Golf. Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics. Like, I'm just gonna keep going because they take their IP and they just go to town with it.
And
Like,
85% of the time, they do a good job. They do a very
they
good job.
do. But like Link, then you go back to Zelda, right? There's the standard Zelda games, but now they also have like that Zelda DLC, and then they also have Link is now in Mario Kart, and like they just put their IP into so much, and they have now Nintendo Land that you can go to, and they have Nintendo stores where you have to go to a Nintendo store to get a lot of their merchandise. It is like literally everything that they do and exist for is their IP. Whereas like I just looked it up. Microsoft's IP, Halo, right?
And
They
Gears.
have not had games since 2021, and before that it was 20. Like, they Nintendo could not let 4 years go without putting out multiple of their IP.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Sony is a little bit better than Microsoft is, but still not to the same level as Nintendo.
Sony doesn't have. I mean, yeah, Sony now has Astro's Playroom and Astro's Astrobot and
That
whatnot.
still doesn't have the same level though
yeah,
as like
they
Mario.
don't have like an Astro Party or an Astrobot Racer. Now here's an Astrobot, Paper Astrobot. Now here, like, they don't have 20 different iterations. Like, they find the way to make these same characters appear in so many different games and game types and scenarios, from single player games to party games to co-op games. And that, I think, is what makes their IP stand out so much, is because you're not seeing different characters with each game. You are seeing these same characters over and over and over and over in different, no matter what kind of game you want to play and who you're going to play it with and how you're going to play it. I mean, like, literally, you can play Animal Crossing and there's still Mario clothing, there's still Peach clothing, there's still warp pipes that you can put in your island. Like, it exists in every Nintendo game, pretty much.
You know what's even funnier? I sat here and thought while you were talking about Nintendo. With Xbox, it's easy. We know their mascot. It's Master Chief. There's no questions asked, blah, blah, blah. With Sony, it's been different every single generation of Sony console. The PlayStation 1, the mascot was Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. PlayStation 2, it was Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper. PlayStation 3, it was Sackboy. PlayStation,
Sackboy, yeah.
Yeah. PlayStation 4, it was Sackboy and Astrobot. And PlayStation 5, it's Astrobot now. Like, fully Astrobot. Like, they haven't had a consistent mascot ever. I think Astrobot might be like the finally like the hey, we have a consistent mascot, but who knows?
I think that's just because their IP is so segmented, right? Like, there's no crossover. There's no, hey, it's now Ghost of Tsushima, but Jin Sakai has a car you want to race. He's gonna race what's his name, Joel from The Last of Us, and Astrobot.
Okay.
Who's gonna win it?
To be fair, one, Astrobot, technically the whole gimmick is it just being a massive crossover, but that's besides the point. The real thing is the forgotten PlayStation 3 gem. The one time they tried the massive crossover, and they did a Smash clone. Sony released a Smash clone called PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. And it had like 9 characters. You had Nathan Drake, you had a Big Daddy, you had Kratos. It was so weird. It was a good time. People hated it. I loved it. But like, that was as close as we got to a weird crossover that outside of the norm of their normal games.
Just doesn't work. And I think maybe that's also to do with like the genre of Nintendo games and the fact that they're very like family friendly, just like cutesy kind of games. Where, like, you can't really, in earnest, put Joel from The Last of Us, who is, like, a guy who genuinely just kills a bunch of people and makes bad decisions and is going through traumatic, horrible events, like, do a Mario Party type game with Astrobot. Like, that genre just does not mesh well. You can't put those characters together.
I would play it.
Whereas,
I'd
like,
play
Nintendo...
it.
It's easy to put Link and Mario in a room together. Like, it's easy to put Kirby and Mario in a room together. They're all these very cute, not realistic at all, wholesome, family-friendly characters. And PlayStation's not that. You can't have Kratos. I mean, you can, because apparently they did it, but, like, it obviously doesn't work as well to have, like, Kratos and Astrobot to get out.
Let me show you the image of all the characters they had. Like it wasn't a very big roster, but it was big enough. I would like them to come back with this game. That's something I meant to talk about too. Sort of the Sea I heard is doing well. Besides the point. Okay, so you had the guy from Killzone. You had Jack and Daxter.
Oh, can you zoom in on this? It's like so small.
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you
trying
zoom
to
in?
get a better picture of. Is this? That should be bigger.
That's a different Bioshock.
Yeah, you have a Big Daddy from Bioshock, which is not even a PlayStation IP. It's not even showing all the
Who
characters.
is that lady? Why is she like
Fat Princess.
a horrific version of Princess Peach?
Fat Princess. I know nothing about the game. I just know that she was popular on the PS1.
This is the weirdest conglomerate of characters.
Uh,
And
let's
not
see.
one of them, aside from like Kratos and maybe Nathan Drake, stand out to me.
Let's see. All PlayStation.
What a
all...
Princess Peach ripoff. When did this come out?
It's a PS1 game, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so all characters in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. We got Kratos, Parappa the Rappa, so these are PlayStation. Fat Princess is PlayStation. Sweet Tooth from it's a PlayStation IP. I can't remember what it is right now, but yes. You have the Raddick from Killzone, it's PlayStation. Sly Cooper, Nathan Drake, Cole McGrath from Infamous, Evil Cole, they're the same character. Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, Big Daddy. This is where we kind of go off the normal PlayStation IP. Big Daddy, Dante, Haiichi from Tekken. Nariko is a PlayStation IP that was one game. Sackboy, Raiden, Sir Daniel from Medieval, Spike from Ape Escape, and Toro Inke from I don't know what. Oh, that's right. They had DLC characters too.
This does not look like a cohesive group of I see the DLC. Zeus.
Yeah,
We
from
just
God
have
of War.
Zeus here, guys.
From
Don't
God
worry,
of
Zeus
War.
and the Fat Princess are gonna duke it out. I wonder who will win.
I don't even know who this is. Starhawk?
It's from God of War.
No, Zeus is God of War. I'm talking about this Emmett Graves from Starhawk. I don't even know who the. I know who Cat and Dusty are because I fucking love Gravity Rush.
But you see how like not at all cohesive this is. There's not like a style or an art, and that's like a thing. You know, like there has to be an art style to it, a cohesive art for you to feel like the game meshes and flows well.
They changed some of the art styles and it didn't really work with like Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, and Jack and Daxter. This is not their regular models. These are bastardizations of their models. They put
all these characters together. It just doesn't work the same way. You can't put a dude like Nathan Drake, who is just a dude with a gun, in the same room as the Greek god Zeus and wonder how that one's gonna turn out.
Sony, I know you're not listening, but if you're listening, I would love a remake. I would love you guys to come out with this game again and put Jin Sakai in a room with Joker persona and who's the PlayStation person now?
Joel in it from The Last of Us.
Yeah, Joel. He's just put replace Nathan Drake with Joel as the regular guy.
The only way I could see this working is if every single character, and I'm not kidding, every single character in this game appeared as they appear in Astrobot.
And I'd be so down with that, though.
Astrobot version of their characters, and they spoke like Astrobot, moved like Astrobot. That is the only way I can see this working.
Hey, Team Asobi, hire me. We're about to make so much fucking money, dude. Oh my god.
They all you could have an Ezio character. You could, I know that's technically not exclusive to PlayStation anymore, but like you could have Ezio, you could have just all these characters, but they would be cohesive in the way they are in Astrobot.
What's even crazier, Sony has Spider-Man. They own Spider-Man. You know how easy, they have the money and they have the power in their hands with one of the biggest characters of all time. Like,
Power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Okay, thank you. That was a good reference. I'm proud of you for that one.
You just said palm of your hand when talking about Spider-Man, and I had to. Yeah, so obviously, like, Sony and Xbox at the end of the day are not as committed or as, like, they're not investing as much into their IP as Nintendo has. And Nintendo has their entire career. Like, they have invested all of that into their IP. So for Sony and Xbox, for Xbox particularly, it's more beneficial to let that IP go and to put it on multiple consoles to make money through Game Pass and things like that than it is to try to protect these characters as their own, because nobody really cares that much about Master Chief, let's be honest, except for like very gung-ho Halo dudes who like, do those guys exist anymore?
Not anymore. Not after 3. Not after Reach. Halo 4 was the beginning of the downfall.
Sorry, my like PlayStation went into rest mode and a movie turned on. And I'm like, I don't want to get up and turn it off. So if you hear something in the background, it's this movie that turned on. And I don't even know what movie it is. This like channel plays the weirdest sets of movies. Sometimes I turn it on and like Twilight's playing, and other times I turn on it's like an obscure 80s film. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, so like there's not even people around. I don't know anybody in my life who's still like, oh yeah, I play Halo regularly. I really love Master Chief.
I have friends who go back on the Steam version. Granted, which is important here, they play the Master Chief Collection on Steam to play the online version modes, and that's it.
I don't think Xbox sees profit in continuing to protect Master Chief as their sole character.
Well, that's because this is the thing Xbox has learned, and I don't know why they're still talking about creating new consoles. Xbox has learned all the money is in their software, and they are right, which is why they bought up a whole bunch of companies. You know, here's the problem: they fired everybody and closed down a lot of those companies. But besides the point, like they're not doing it well, but they know that they can make a lot more money just selling software and go the Sega route, even though Sega was going out of business. They can do well if they just drop the console and send it elsewhere. They won't. This is relevant, and I forgot this was going around all last week on TikTok and Instagram, and it was a delete one forever, and the overwhelming amount of people who pointed at Xbox, with the very few people who picked Steam, which I think is bananas. Like that's the stupidest one you could have picked. To delete one forever. Xbox it's the only choice is Xbox to go.
This person has to be rage baiting, posting WTF is
Oh,
Steam.
I know. This is how I found the image. But yeah, that was dumb. But yes.
But here's the thing though, right? Delete one forever. I lose Xbox. Okay, what have I lost?
Nothing.
Halo?
You've lost
like,
Halo?
Is that it? Is that all I lose? Like, I lose Nintendo, I lose Animal Crossing, I lose Zelda, I lose Mario, I lose Kirby, I don't really, Pokemon, like, they have so many IP, and then you lose PlayStation, and though, again, PlayStation doesn't have as much. You're losing, like, Astrobot, you're losing The Last of Us, you're losing, I don't know, Spider-Man's not exclusive anymore, but you are losing some pretty, like, high-quality games on that one. And Steam, everybody uses Steam. Can't get rid of Steam. So, like,
Steam is the indie marketplace. like,
I have this conversation with my brother a lot where he'll be like, well, it's just like personal preference, which console you choose to buy. And I'm like, in a sense, I guess it's like which one you prefer using, but you're also like losing out. It is a sense that you are giving up the ability to play something based on what you choose to buy. And if I buy PlayStation, I'm losing the ability to play Halo. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If I buy Xbox, I'm losing the ability to play a lot of things on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm. If I lose Xbox, you could make the argument I lose my Bethesda games. But Bethesda was purchased by Xbox. So technically, it would be like they never purchased them at all and it'd be business as usual.
Bethesda. Sorry, I will never not make that joke.
The only thing I'll lose by losing Xbox is I don't have an Xbox console, but on PC, I use an Xbox controller. Why? Because it is the most comfortable controller. Like, fair. I will. That is what I'll give them. That is what I'll lose. And you know what? That's fine. Because this is fine. The DualSense is great. It feels great. So.
The controller, I can adapt to really any controller. Nintendo had that wonky ass controller for the N64, and somehow that felt normal.
Oh, when Nintendo thought we had third hands?
Yeah. My dad, like when the rare time in my childhood where I would see my dad playing 007 on the N64, would hold it just one-handed on the center. Just like
what?
One hand on the center one, and that was horrific to see.
I want to scream at him like they do it. Scream at you when you're at laser tag. 2 hands on the phaser, like Jesus Christ.
I don't know. It was so weird, but he managed to make it work. But yeah, so yeah, it's to the point where now Xbox exclusives are dying, but they're dying at different rates for each console, in the sense that Xbox is pretty much out of them. PlayStation's got a few left, but they're losing steam on them.
But
Pun.
yeah.
Nintendo is holding strong. It will probably hold strong until the day they die.
Which
Unless
if
one
they
day consoles aren't a thing and we all just like purchase games digitally on off of something and download them all onto the same console, in which case they won't exist anymore. But I don't ever see that happening. Nintendo makes so much money off of their consoles.
yeah, where every other console manufacturer, PlayStation, Xbox, whoever, loses money on their consoles because they know they're going to make more money with what's it called? Oh, that's a bit of news I forgot. That's one bit of news. We're going to close off with a bit of news, Em.
Sure, share the news.
It's bad news. So earlier
Oh God, okay.
a few months ago, Nintendo said, "Hey, we're jacking up the price of old Switches, and other things."
I
And
thought we
then,
talked about this.
oh no, there's more. It gets worse. So trust me, there's a timeline. Not long after that, Xbox said, "Hey, we're jacking up the price of all of our Xbox Series systems." And
Why?
it was last week or the week. I think it was last week. Sony came out and said, "Hey, all the Sony systems are jacking up in price, $50 each." Sony was the last one, but they all
Nintendo's
jacked
at
up the
fault
price.
for everything bad happening with games right now. That's not true. Xbox bought a lot of companies and then put them all out of business. But Nintendo's responsible for a lot of my problems.
To play devil's advocate, this actually could be due to the Cheeto in chief right now.
I don't care.
Okay.
They make enough money. They make enough money. They can meet those costs. They're fine.
True. That is valid. Corporate greed is still
I wish I
just
knew
as
what
bad.
movie was playing on my TV right now. Can you hear it?
No, I hear nothing.
Okay, it's just gotten like louder, and
What
it's
does it look
so like I can't even parse what I'm looking at. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna let go of the movie on my TV. It's just sometimes really loud and distracting, and I could solve all my problems by just standing up and turning it off, but I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, I don't know. I think in 10 years from now, 10 years from now, let's end it with this question.
Okay.
What do you think will be the state of exclusives?
I think this is my crazy opinion. I think Xbox will no longer exist as a console manufacturer and only as a software manufacturer. I think that Sony will start to go the direction of being mostly, on both PlayStation and Steam with a couple exceptions. In 10 years, if we talk about 20 years, they're going to be all in on both systems, but keep pumping out systems. And Nintendo's just going to do Nintendo and never stop pumping out their... Nintendo is the Disney of the gaming industry. That's their IP, and they want it now.
I agree with that for the most part. I think Xbox will have no exclusives in 10 years. I think in 10 years,
we'll have no console.
Sony will have Astrobot. I think Sony will have Astrobot and maybe like one other. And I think everything else will eventually come to PlayStation or come to PC or something else. And I think Nintendo will be exactly where Nintendo is.
Well, I guess we'll find out, shall we? My God.
All right.
I don't want to think about 10 years. In 10 years, I'm going to be 42 years old. So...
Mostly dead at that point.
Yeah, shut up, 20s. You got less than a year left, Emily. It's coming for you.
I'm not afraid of my 30s.
On that note, we're going to get out of here. If you want to see more of us off, you can watch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/thebeardedblake show. Emily's there 99% of the time now because all I do is play Peak or play Repo. It's one of the two.
It's so true. It's basically like I'm streaming myself. So you can't even say I'm not streaming because I basically have been on your stream every single time.
What's crazy is she hasn't tried streaming since I fixed her computer. So
I haven't. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to try streaming and for it to break.
I think I fixed it because even the quality of you coming through OBS Ninja and everything's better.
Give it another go. And we will be giving another go soon because I'm gonna probably play Silent Hill F on stream like I did Silent Hill 2. We'll be back in 2 weeks on the 11th. Never forget.
Yeah, jeez.
The following podcast, September 25th, I will be on a beach in Greece. Don't bother me. Blake, I don't know what he's going to do, if he's going to postpone till the following week when I'm back, or if he's going to get a guest, or if he's going to run it solo. Y'all will have to ask him about that. And I don't even think he knows yet.
I'm gonna reach out to some people. I'm gonna see what I can put together.
So that's up to you if you want to push it back a week or if you want to go ahead and have a guest, or you can even talk about Lost Soul Aside, you and the are friends. So
What's crazy is anytime that someone goes out of town, if I go out of town, then we just push back podcast. If Emily goes out of town, I find a guest. I'd like to see me not being there episode with Emily and
can't
somebody
run
else.
the podcast without you.
Yeah, you absolutely can. You just ask me how to set it up, and I'll show you how to set it up.
Seems like a lot of work when I could just push it back.
See, there it is. Now the truth comes out.
I don't have anybody to ask to be on here. I don't think any of my like friends would want to be on here, nor do they have the like equipment to live stream.
Tia would sit in your room with you 100% and go off.
I guess I'd have to ask her. I don't know if that's something she'd really want to do, but maybe she can come on for a Death Stranding 2 one at some point.
Especially because I'm going to play both Death Strandings, and now is not the time.
Let's end this so I can turn off my TV because I actually can't watch this anymore. They're in Vegas. They were at a strip club, and now they're at a casino stealing chips. Somebody's got a gun.
Remember, kids.
Don't go to Vegas. It's stupid.
If a man.
Oh, there's also, I can't wait. Hold on. I'm so sorry. We almost ended this podcast, and we didn't talk about the biggest piece of news from the last couple weeks.
What's that?
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged.
Okay, bye everybody. If a man, if a man,
America's royal wedding.
If there's a man in a government office who has a worm in his head telling you how to live your life and be healthy, please ignore him. Okay, bye everybody.
Wait,
Bye.
Kelly left Jeremiah at the altar. Everybody, the evil's been defeated.
Who? What now?
Bye. You don't watch the Summer I Turned Pretty?
No. Bye everyone.
Bye.
All right, we're clear. What the fuck?